Hi, this is Shandra with Super Happy Scrapper, and I'm here just to do a quick tutorial on a simple paper hinge binding. So if your pages don't open up to where to stick the hinges in for the hidden hinge binding system, you can use this paper hinge binding system. Just for demonstration purposes, I just have 6 sheets of cardstock, and these are going to represent my pages. These are 6 by 4 1/4, so I need 7 hinges. So you need one more hinge than you do pages. My hinges measure 6 by 1 1/4 because the height of my page is 6, so that's the height of your hinge. Now my hinges are going to have a 1/4 inch gusset, so that's why they're 1 1/4. If you want 5/8 or 3/8 or whatever, just add that dimension because you're going to want 1/2 inch on each side. So start off with a 1 inch hinge, and then whatever you want your gusset to be, add that measurement to it. So I'm going to take each of my hinges and I'm just going to score 1/2 inch on each side of the hinges, and then that will make, that'll make the gussets. Whoa, I'm using this really flimsy cardstock from Hobby Lobby. It's very, you could use it to make a mini album if you were using really thick cardstock, like Die Cuts with a View cardstock. It would make your pages a little bit less thick than if you were using Michael's weight cardstock. I personally don't like this cardstock, but I buy it because it's cheap, and then that way I can do my prototypes for my mini albums. So what I've done is I've scored all 7 hinges at 1/2 inch, and then again at 3/4 inch, or you can score 1/2 inch and then flip it around and score 1/2 inch. So that leaves 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch, and 1/2 inch for each of your hinges. And I don't know where this came from. I've seen it on several different YouTube channels, so I don't know who came up with this hinge system. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold on my score lines on each of my hinges. Now you want to use your bone folder to make the lines straight and crisp. These hinges are very easy to attach to your pages. You just want to make sure that you're attaching your hinges before you put on your patterned paper. So now that I have all 7 of my hinges folded on the score marks, I'm going to attach tape, and you want to use score tape, but for demonstration purposes today I'm just using my ATG gun. But you want to use score tape or some kind of sticky strip or good adhesive because you want it to stay stuck to your pages. So if you would pretend with me that this is score tape that I just applied there. So you'll apply the score tape, and before you peel off the tape backing, you're going to want to miter all 4 of the corners. So I'm just taking off a little bit off of each of these corners, and you're going to do that to each of your hinges. So this is my first page of my book. The cover is going to go here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it, my hinge, so that my gusset is laying on top, and then there's my other 1/2 inch hinge, and on the back it's, whoa, I'm out of camera. On the back it's just the 1/2 inch, and I'm going to line the fold of this paper with the cut of this page, and I'm just going to apply it there like that. So that's your first page. This hinge right here, let me get on camera here. I moved everything around, so I'm a little messed up here, sorry. This hinge right here is what you're going to use to attach it to the cover. So you can just attach each of these hinges to the front of one page. And what I'm going to do for time, I'm just going to take all my hinges and cut off the corners. I just stacked them on top of each other, and I'm mitering my corners on all of them at once. So now you're applying your score tape or sticky strip or glue. And again, I'm folding it so that the gusset fold lines up with the side of the page. I'm just going to lay that aside. Third page. This is the hinge with the tape up, and I'm just folding the left flap under so that the gusset is on the left and then the 1/2 inch flap is on the right. Just lining it up so that it butts up against the page here. Now once you attach the hinge to the front of each of these pages, you will have one hinge left, and that is going to go on the back side of the last page, and that will attach to the back cover. So I still have one hinge left. So now I have 6 pages with all of the hinges on the top. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a page down, and I have my adhesive on the right side of this hinge here where the 1/2 inch gusset is, and I'm just going to take my page, and I folded my hinge over so my hinge is completely on my page, and I'm going to line up my page with the score line just a smidgen onto the right side of the score line. You don't need it exactly on the score line or else it's not going to fold right. So let me zoom in a little bit more so you can see that this is the gusset here. Here's another gusset, and then here's the 1/2 inch flap. So I'm going to continue to stack these on top of there like that. So I'm lining this one up, making sure that the pages are flush vertically, and I'm lining it up horizontally with that score mark. And the last page. So now I have all my gussets sticking up here, and when you flatten them all out, here's your book, and you notice that there's no hinge on the back. So now we're going to flip it over and take our last hinge and apply adhesive to the 1/2 inch flaps again, and you're going to do the exact same thing. Line it up so that the gusset fold is lined up with the page edge, I should say. And here is your binding. So you have 6 pages, and I used 1/2 inch gussets, or no, I'm sorry, 1/4 inch gussets. So now what you would do is you would apply your score tape and attach your mini album to the spine of your book. And then you have your pages. And now you can decorate your pages. And that's how simple it is. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.